we told you already, Coolio unfortunately died at the age of 59, and everybody is wondering what happened. He was found in a friend's bathroom. Well, it looks like they're saying his cause of death has not officially been released. It's believed that it was a heart attack. Emergency responders received a call at 4 p.m. and they found him unresponsive and they performed CPR on him for approximately 45 minutes, but unfortunately, he was determined dead just before 5 p.m. And they said 40 to 50% of heart attacks present with a fatal event. So people ignore symptoms. It's usually these symptoms take place for weeks or months before finally having a heart attack with complete blockage. At that point, the heart isn't getting blood and it can go into a life-threatening rhythm, which presents as cardiac arrest.
Well, do we talk about the symptoms enough? Like, what are the symptoms of a heart attack? I know people say like your left arm gets numb sometimes, or you might have some chest discomfort. But how do you know when it's not like heartburn? Or for me, I've been dealing with anxiety attacks, panic attacks my whole life. How do I know when it's not that? Because I've checked myself in the emergency room quite a few times in my life, thinking I was having a heart attack, but it's just an anxiety attack. So do we talk about the symptoms enough?
Yeah, and that is something that we need to make sure that people are aware of. And some of those symptoms, like you said, you might feel your arm go numb. It could be chest pain, discomfort if you're feeling weak, lightheaded, faint, any type of discomfort in your jaw, neck, your back, in pain or discomfort in one or both of your arms or shoulders, a shortness of breath. All of those things, if you've been having those symptoms for weeks, for months, definitely get yourself checked out.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I feel like those are the symptoms we always have.
Yeah, all of that sounds like an anxiety attack. All of that sounds
your
like
body
all of that all the time.
Yes, your body aches.
I mean, I don't chest pain all the time.
Yes,
pain or discomfort, feeling weak, feeling lightheaded. I don't have those symptoms all the time.
Well, you probably never had an anxiety attack. God bless you, but for those of us who suffer from anxiety attacks, panic attacks, yes, that's what it feels like. So I mean, I don't know. I don't know the difference between the symptoms of a heart attack and the anxiety, panic attacks.
And especially like me, I fly a lot, so I always feel like I got a pain from flying, or I slept the wrong way, or it's a whole bunch of everything, and I don't know what an anxiety attack is. So you just learn how to deal with it. You just think it's a pain and it'll go away tomorrow. So I don't know if I'm in the motion of having a heart attack or not. Like Charlamagne said, I've been to the emergency room a couple times thinking I'm about to have a heart attack, and they look at me like I'm crazy.
Yeah, panic attacks and heart attacks both cause chest discomfort.
If that's persisting for months, definitely get yourself checked out. If it's something that is recurring and not going away, it's not like I woke up, I was, slept on the wrong side, I have a little pain. But if it's something where you have a shortness of breath, if it's uncomfortable, if you're having chest pains, a lot of fatigue, if you're lightheaded, abnormal heartbeat, all of those things.
That's what you're describing a panic attack. That's why I said it's hard to tell
it could
the difference.
be, but again, get yourself checked out then. If whether or not it is, you'd rather know.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. We do that.
All right, now, Matt Barnes.
Hey, so I listened to The Breakfast Club, Charlamagne, Angela Yee, and Envy, and they were talking about Coolio's, what they're speculating the cause of death was. And, of course, they saying that he had a heart attack. And then they're like, well, what are the symptoms of a heart attack so that you could, or because sometimes you get symptoms before you actually, have a heart attack. And Angela Yee's like, oh, you feel like a shortness of breath, your arms get numb, things start to tingle, you feel a tightness in your chest and you feel dizzy. And Charlamagne literally was like, you're describing an anxiety/panic attack, so how do we know the difference? And I have anxiety really bad, and I always had a bit of social anxiety, and it never got as bad as it has been lately. And I feel like the average person that doesn't experience that doesn't understand that it literally feels like you're going to fucking die. So if a person is they need to stay in a house, they can't really indulge, they can't gossip with you, they can't be out, it's certain things that could trigger an anxiety attack. And when you're in a stage where it's at really bad, kind of what I've been going through, I've been maintaining, but I notice excessive drinking, eating a bunch of carbs, not getting adequate rest, constant drama and conflict, all of those things can really trigger symptoms in your body that mimic a heart attack. And it sounds like drama. Oh, you're being dramatic. No, I've literally had to check myself into the hospital before because I thought I was fucking dying. So if you know someone that's battling with depression, anxiety, like leave them alone. You know what I mean? Like don't make it about yourself, because you really have no idea what it feels like to actually think you're dying a couple times out of the week, a couple times out of the month, or however often this person is literally experiencing that. Sometimes it's hard to just be in social settings, and I know if you don't experience this, you can't directly relate. Just have some grace for people that tell you that they have anxiety. Also, rest easy, friend. R.I.P. to Coolio. He was just fine, but that's how life is. So it's a testament to living out loud, being bold, and being brave. And that is something that he absolutely did. He was himself. He was authentic. He had his own style. He was a pioneer for hip hop. And he was still on stage performing to the very end. Rest easy, friend.